A few years back, when you asked someone on the street whom the top 3 artists were in Nigeria, the names that you will likely hear are Wizkid, Davido, and Olamide. But fast forward to today, the list has been changed and Olamide is no longer on the top 3 list. The names you will now hear are Wizkid, Davido, and Burna Boy. If you are wondering why Olamide is no longer among the top 3 artists in Nigeria, well, you are in the right place because in today's video, we shall be looking at the reason or reasons why Olamide somehow fell off from the top. Olamide is regarded as a big name in the Nigerian music industry because of his insane collections of hit songs. Songs like Wo, Science Students, Motigbana, and Bobo were some of the songs that earned Olamide a legendary status in the music industry. Olamide's musical style has undergone a significant evolution over the years. Olamide started out as a street artist. Before the likes of Naira Marley and Zlatan came on board, Olamide was the main figure who was actually ruling the streets. And when you check most of his hit songs, we can actually classify 99% of these songs as street music. Olamide has grown and reached a stage where he can no longer drop the kind of songs that he usually drops in the past. You do not expect Olamide to enter the studio and record a song like Science Students in 2024. He has outgrown that phase of his career, leaving his most hardcore fans behind. But that is by the way. Have you ever heard any Olamide song where he featured any top international artist on it? Well, you can't answer this question because it actually does not exist. Olamide is an artist who I always like to describe as self-reliant. His refusal to chase after international collaborations often reflects his desire to maintain creative control and his distinct identity. He has chosen to prioritize his unique sound over foreign collaborations. And while this indicates a commitment to authenticity and his decision to do his music without any external influences or distractions, this strategy has limited Olamide's exposure in the music industry. Let's pause and take a look at the top 3 artists who are currently ruling the Nigerian music industry. Wizkid, Davido, and Burna Boy all have one thing in common. They have collaborated with a lot of top international artists in their respective careers. Davido has made songs with the likes of Nicki Minaj, Meek Mill, Chris Brown, and Lil Baby. Wizkid has also secured a lot of foreign collaborations, but the one that stands out the most is his song with Drake. A song with Drake is enough to take your career to a whole new level, especially when you are trying to become an international superstar. Burna Boy is also not left out in all of this. He is one artist that has worked with so many foreign artists, be it a rapper or a musician. This has made them the most celebrated Nigerian acts internationally. Apart from foreign collaborations, these guys try to make their songs more appealing to the international audience. Olamide mostly sings in Yoruba language. He can actually sing in English, but when you go through his songs, you will find out that he has only made a few songs with pure English. This was why I said he was trying to maintain his distinct identity. Another reason why Olamide seems to have fallen off from the top is because he chose to prioritize the careers of other artists instead of his own. Olamide has discovered a lot of top artists in the Nigerian music industry. He has nurtured the likes of Bella Shmurda, Zlatan, and Naira Marley into becoming the superstars that they are today. And now he is doing the same for Asake and Fireboy, who are both signed to his record label. What Olamide didn't do for himself, he is going out of his way to do it for his signees. Olamide is yet to collaborate with any international artist, but his boys have so far collaborated with some of the biggest artists in the world. Fireboy has a song with both Chris Brown and Ed Sheeran. Asake has featured the likes of Travis Scott and Central C on his own songs. Olamide has turned himself into a sacrificial lamb. What he couldn't do or achieve for himself musically, he is sacrificing everything to make sure that his artists are able to reach where he never could. But this decision comes with a cost. It has taken his career a few steps backward. But in all of this, what does Olamide think? The truth is, Olamide does not care about rankings in the music industry. I am sure if he happens to see this video, he will surely be shaking his head somewhere. Davido constantly calls himself the biggest artist in Nigeria. Wizkid calls himself the best artist in the country. Burna Boy, on the other hand, calls himself the African giant, a whole African giant. But have you ever seen Olamide calling himself either of these names or trying to refer to himself as the biggest in the industry? Olamide does not care whether we rank him number 1, number 2, or even number 30 on the list. All that matters most to him is building a lasting legacy, and from what we have seen, Olamide's legacy in the industry will be talked about for many years to come. For someone who came out of the ghetto, making it out and changing the lives of those close to him is already enough win for Olamide. Surviving was hard. Bariga was not far from the other slums you see across the world. From Mumbai to New York and London, life in the ghetto is almost the same everywhere. There were days when being able to afford 3 square meals was a big deal for my family. All of that motivated me to hustle hard. When the chief operating officer of Empire visited Olamide in Nigeria back in 2020, this is what he said about him. I have witnessed the love and respect he receives, not just as a musician, but as an inspirational role model for the youth. Despite a deep catalog, he is still just scratching the surface of his true potential as a global artist. Does Olamide still have what it takes to dominate the music industry globally? Well, music is quite unpredictable these days. I wouldn't be surprised to see Olamide selling out stadiums across the world like the likes of Wizkid and Burna Boy. Let me know what you think in the comment section below, and if you enjoyed watching this, please subscribe to the channel for more interesting videos like these.